Welcome everyone. Welcome along to the Business Owners SmashGo Online Tuesday evening webinar. You guys are the first here tonight, and we're just waiting for everyone to click on and come in. So for those who don't know me, my name is Nick Cree, and I'm your host tonight. Our guest speaker tonight is also here, and his name's Cham Tang. He's sitting there in the wings waiting for us as well.
Hello everybody. Pleasure to be here. I'll be on shortly.
So welcome along to get cracking and to kick off. Just while we're waiting for everyone to arrive, let's open up the mics here, and you can introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what your business is, and maybe tell us what you're here for tonight. What are you hoping to get out of tonight? So who's happy to go first tonight? I'm loving your background there, Doug. Mate, you probably just unmute yourself and say g'day.
G'day guys, how you going? Can you hear me, Nick?
Yeah, got you loud and clear.
I'm looking forward to Cham Tang because I saw your first video when you were in that restaurant with your partner in Singapore. And I kind of enjoyed it. I think you're going back a few years now.
Sounds like 10 years ago.
Geez, don't say that. Makes us feel old. All right, well, welcome along again, Doug. Who else have we got here tonight? Who'd like to introduce themselves? Just tell us who you are, what your business is, and what you're hoping to get out of tonight.
All right, I'll be the number 2 guinea pig.
There we go. How are you, Stephen?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Good evening, everybody. Cham. My name's Stephen Sandor. My business is called Inspiring Business. I'm a management consultant and coach based in the bubble of Tweed Heads or Casuarina. I'm hoping to get some insights so that that I don't have to spend as much time as I do mucking around with social media. So some quick tips would be good.
Awesome. Well, I think there'll be a few of those tonight, so you won't be disappointed. All right, who else have we got here tonight? Just come and introduce yourself. Got a few people coming in. Just who you are, what your business is, and what you're hoping to get out of tonight. That looked like Raywin had your hand up.
Yes, thank you. My name's Raywin Blomfield. I'm from Brisbane. Hi, Stephen. I'm a budgeting coach, helping people handle their money. Yeah, and so what I hope to get out of it is exactly what Stephen said. How not to spend 99.99% of your time for 1.1% of your income on frickin' social media and Facebook in particular. Yes.
Oh, well, you're in the right place. And we're on social media tonight too.
I didn't pay her, Nick, I promise.
Awesome. Welcome along, Rowan. Who else have we got here tonight? Come and introduce yourself.
I'll put my hand up then.
Hey, Jane.
Hello. I'm got my dinner again, so awesome. Excuse me while I eat this, but yeah, my name's Jane. I'm here on the Gold Coast as well, and I run a online art supply and project business called Mrs. Red's Art Room, and I'm going through a few frustrating weeks of feeling like I don't know who my ideal client is, and keyword research and all of that. So I'm kind of, yes, bit frustrated in the last few weeks.
Oh, well, that's great. Frustration. You always know that frustration, you're just on the edge of that breakthrough. It's always good to be on the other side of it, though.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Welcome along, Jane. All right, who else we got here tonight? Just unmute yourself. There's no protocol here. You can just sort of charge on in and come and say g'day.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Jamie. How are you?
Great. As you know, I franchise women's weight loss and exercise centres, and our centres in Australia and New Zealand all do Facebook ads. So this is interesting to us. You know, of course, we're always fighting the algorithm to make sure our ads get approved, and working on the weakest link in our sales funnel and landing pages, thank you pages, the processes after people register and things like that. So we're constantly testing Facebook ads, seeking to attract women, mainly 40 plus, around Australia and New Zealand who want to lose weight and improve their health.
Awesome. Well, hopefully tonight we'll give you a few insights into some things that are working today and add to your repertoire. I know you're pretty active on there.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick.
All right, who else have we got here tonight? Just come and introduce yourself.
Hey Nick, it's Janine here. I'm in Melbourne.
Hello, Janine. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Nice to meet you all. In stage 4 lockdown, lucky us. And
Yes.
I'm very, when all you Gold Coasties up there are saying Gold Coast, going, oh, for some sun would be beautiful. I've got a pet sitting business in Melbourne, which has obviously been massively affected since March. I've got a few other little online businesses I've been trying to get up and going, and I'm just got a new website about to launch again now. Very lucky to have someone that lives in that does website design and IT. So little bit sport like that, but always reading about webinars about Facebook and Instagram and you name it, all those social media platforms, and just like to look at ways that maybe, keeping the budget down and spreading the word out there.
Awesome.
So thank you. Thanks for today.
Well, welcome along tonight, and hopefully this will provide a bit more interest from being locked inside at the moment. So certainly don't envy you where you are at the moment. All right, who else have we got at the moment? Just got room for a couple more to introduce yourselves, and then we'll get cracking. First in, first served. Just unmute yourself and come on in. So we got Kylie, is it?
Yes.
Hello,
Hi,
Kylie.
Nick. This is the first time I've joined you. I'm looking to start a business. I've just finished a diploma in holistic integrated creative art therapy. So I'm wanting to do workshops and classes in creative pursuits. And yes, I'm just very interested in learning more about Facebook and advertising and how to get that up and going.
Awesome. Well, welcome along tonight. This is your first time. Hopefully you enjoy it so much that you come back again.
Yes.
Excellent. Glad to have you. All right. We've got Lewis who put his hand up as well too at the same time.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, everyone. My name's Lewis. I'm from Refresh Super. It's my own business that's specialised in self-managed super funds accounting, more so in particular on a fixed price, monthly, ongoing basis. So I'm there all year round to answer all your questions around self-managed super funds. So I'm interested in today's topic to see how I can attract more clients who have their own self-managed super funds and are looking for a new accounting solution for their SMSF. Thanks, Nick.
Awesome. Good to see you again, Lewis. All right. Well, let's get cracking and get underway. There's still a few more people arriving, but look, welcome along, everyone. For those that have just joined us, my name's Nick Cree and I am your host of Business Owners Smashing It Online here tonight. So tonight's topic is all about Facebook and Facebook ads. We've got Cham Tang, who we'll introduce a little later on, and he's going to be talking to us about what's actually working today with Facebook ads. How many people here have noticed that Facebook's changed a little bit? Anyone noticed that? Yep. So as of 1st of September, if you've still got the old console at the moment, 1st of September, come spring, you're getting a brand new look to it. So you can access it to have a look at it now if you feel like it, by going up to your profile and clicking the little arrow on your profile. That'll give you a sneak peek at it. Yeah, that's one of the changes that's coming. So love it or hate it. Some people hate it, some people love it. It's here to stay for I guess the next few months or next year or so. All right, well let's kick into things now. And as I say, yep, this is Business Owners Smashing It Online. The agenda for tonight is we've got some cool online tools which I'll run through today. So these are some tools that I have been using or have found on the web recently. Interesting thing about these online tools, there's about 60 apps a day that get released at the moment. Absolutely insane how many there are. So we can't hope to go through them all, so I just pick out some of them that I think are the best of the best. Then we'll have the presentation with Cham tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. I've got questions, but you know, Cham may sort of take questions at the end or as he goes through. He'll let you know as we run through it. Then we'll sort of a prize draw, and then the next event before we close at around about 7:30. So just for now, if you do have your phones on, please check into Facebook, and you do that just by picking up your phone and just where you'd normally make a post. If you just tap in there, the what's on your mind, you'll get a menu that comes up from the bottom. Just click on check in, and you should be able to see Business Owners Smashing Online. If you can't see it, just click search and just type in Business Owners Smashing Online, and it should come up. It'll say we're at the KTV Sports Centre. We're not. Haven't been there for a long time, actually. So, yeah, feel free to tag me into it or anyone else, make a comment, and just check in. All right. So while you're doing that, we will get started with some of the cool online tools. So what I'll do is I'll just stop my share, and we'll share a new screen. I'll take you live into our browser, and we'll run through some of the tools that are out there at the moment. Okay. Alright, hopefully you can see my screen, which is a black screen with some search boxes in it. If you can see that, just give us a thumbs up so I know I'm in the right spot. Awesome, thank you. Alright. Alright, so the first tool that we've got today is about headlines. So who here has a bit of a mental block sometimes, or struggles coming up for good headlines for their website, for their emails, or for their social media posts? Anyone in that camp? So there are some good formulas out there that can help you, but you know, when you're starting out as well, it's a bit hard to know quite what to put in there. So there's a great tool out there called Headlime.io, and what that allows you to do is to generate your some headlines. So for instance, all you do is you just fill in these boxes here. So let's say, what's your product? Let's say, or give us a product. Someone pop in a product into chat there, and we'll run with that there. First one in gets a product, and there we go, pet products. Okay, so let's give us, or let's say a pet toy. And who's your audience? So audience are, let's say, families. What is your audience want? What do they want? Probably want happy pets, don't they? What problem does your audience have? They've got a bored dog. And what solution do you offer? So you've got pet toys, which what's the solution there? So let's see, playful toys. I've got no idea how this is going to turn out, so we'll see. So who's the authority in your industry? Who's an authority in the pet industry? I'm sort of not there already. Anyone that? Who's got the pets there that knows an authority? I know Barbara Woodhouse, but she was like years ago. Oh, let's type her in anyway. Oh, Dr. Harry. All right, let's go with that. Okay, then you just click next step, and so awesome. So it says best way for families to get their bored pets doing something. Let's click the next step. Okay. And then you've at the moment it's just giving us a number of options to put together. And then so click through it all, and now it's got a heap of different headlines that you can pick from and choose. So, some of them are probably a bit weird, but some of them are pretty good. Tired of bored dog? Get started with playful toys today. 83 ideas you can steal from Dr. Harry. Best way for families to get happy pets. So there you go. There's a whole range of headlines that it'll generate, and you can come over to the left-hand side, add more, change more, until you get something that that you like. Now this is a what they call a freemium app, and so it will generate some of the headlines for you, and for the rest of them, you'll see it says unlock here. So then you can pay a quarterly subscription, so it's pretty cheap. So $29 a quarter. So if you're generating headlines on a regular basis, or you need to do something like that on a regular basis, then you're looking about $30 a quarter. So what's that, about $10 a month? So so one there is called Headlime.io. What we'll do with these apps as well too is we'll pop them into chat. You'll see the chat icon just down below here. If you click on that chat icon, we'll keep dropping those into chat, and then at the end of the evening you can save the chat so you've got it there, and then go and have a look at it in your own time. And the way to do that is you'll see 3 little dots at the bottom of the chat. If you click those 3 dots, first thing that pops up, it says save chat. So you can go and save it to your computer, and you will have all of the apps and things that we spoke about tonight. Alright, so that was the first one, called Headlime.io. So that was headlines. The next one is one called CopyPro.ai. So if it's not just headlines you want, let's say you want the entire copy of a sales page written, then this is the tool for you. So we won't actually run through it all because it takes about 40 to 60 minutes to do it. So you need to have a reasonable chunk of time to do it. But that's a lot quicker than sometimes trying to work it all out yourself and to get the right formula. So this has got a formulaic approach in the sense that it uses a technique that works for copy that converts, and it really is just a number of drop-down boxes and text boxes to fill out, and at the end of it, it will generate your copy for you. So whether you want it for a landing page, you can have a look at the options here. You've got articles, so you can use it to write articles for your website. Could be checkout pages if you've got if you're selling something, or selling an event or an ebook or whatever. Could be scripts to close, or to a particular customer if you're making sales. Delivery pages, retail pages, even direct mail, email sequences, headlines, opt-in pages, order bumps. So video sales letter scripts. So there's a heap of different types of copy that it gives you to be able to write. So it really just gives you a template and formula to write it. So as I say, it's not the sort of thing that is a 2 or 3 minute job. You need to have about 40 to 60 minutes to sit down and work through it, and it really works gangbusters. So I've worked through part of it. I'm yet to finish one of them, but as you can see, it's really just a step-by-step process. So that one's well worth checking out, particularly if you think that you're not good at copy, or you need a hand, or even if you are good at copy, you want something that's just going to help with time. So that one there is called CopyPro.ai. Right, this next one was one that I ran across, which is I was going to say sort of a bit of a scam. It's a little bit questionable, but a client of mine had a website that had one of those big red screens on it to say this site is unsafe. And if anyone's had that, when you get to your website, it is just one of those heart-stopping moments to think that your website's been infected with malware. So, and what people do see is they do see a red screen, and they are advised not to click through to it, and it comes with a warning. So, so it is quite serious. But in this case here, this person said that a client went there, was presented with a screen. We checked out the website. It wasn't hacked at all, but somehow it had got onto a list with SafeWeb, which is one of Norton's sites, and they were marking it as unsafe. how they do it or how it's generated, I'm not sure. So so what we had to do is then go and submit a request to Norton to whitelist the site and to ensure that it's not listed as unsafe. So and it did require putting a little bit of code on the website so Norton can come in and scan the site on a regular basis. This is not a service that you pay for. It's not even a service that you want, but this is just what's out there at the moment to I guess to protect people that are surfing through the web and consumers. So it is worthwhile having a look at your site to see what rating is in there. So if you go to the site there, you can put your website in, just run it through, see what sort of rating you've got. You'll see on the left-hand side, this particular site says it's untested. So that's sort of a good thing, but it'll either come up with a green tick, it'll come up with an exclamation mark, or it'll come up with a cross. If it comes up with an exclamation mark or a cross, then you need to click the link underneath it, which is click here to submit a dispute, and that's where you'll put in the details of your site. Before you do it, it's worth actually just getting your site checked to make sure that it doesn't contain malware. And one of the good places to do it, which I don't have up here, but I'll pull it up now, is one called Security Site Check. So Security Site Check is here we go, is a site that you can put your website address into, and this is it here, and it will scan your website, and it will let you know whether it's infected or if there are any issues with it. So let's just run a quick scan of a website now. So what it does, it'll run through your website, have a look for it. Most times it'll come up as medium, your result, and often that's because out of the box websites don't have some of the rules in what's called an htaccess file to make it a lot safer, I suppose, or from malware being injected. So here we go, here's a site here. It tells us that it's not blacklisted, it's of medium security risk, and in this case here it says the scan failed, or was a bit a timeout there. So if that happens, it just means that it hasn't been able to run through the whole site scan properly. You can always rescan it with the link down the bottom here until you get a full positive result. So so again, it's worth using the security site scan or site check to test your site on a regular basis, once a month or so. So you'll see down the bottom here, it talks about security headers. These are improvements that you can make to your site. So these are little bits of code you can add to a file in your website called the htaccess file. And that does things like prevents people from what they call sniffing content, to look for vulnerabilities, to look for things that they can pull out of the site or use to pretend to be you. So that's more of a developer's job to do that sort of thing there, but it certainly gives you a good head start on it. This one here, it says blacklist status. This one here has got all green ticks on most of the major blacklist sites, so so you know that this one's fairly safe. If you ever get a cross here, then you really need to click through and check it, and then have a look and see what you need to do to resolve the site. So this one wasn't in our list of apps, but I'll put that into. It's already in chat now anyway. All right. So that was safeweb.norton.com. Next one is as we're in Facebook today, and we're talking about Facebook ads and return on Facebook ads, Hootsuite have got a great resource out there at the moment on how to use Facebook Business Manager and a step-by-step guide. I've pulled this one out because this one generally gets updated reasonably regularly. See here it says December 2019, so it's a little bit old. So I imagine this is going to go through a bit of an upgrade as Google releases some of the changes coming through shortly. But this is a reasonably good guide to step you through the Business Manager, so that you've got your connections to your business page set up properly, you've got your pixel in your website properly, you understand what events are, and your business manager obviously is where you run, or your ads account is connected to it as well too. So great little resource if you do have some questions about the business manager or you're stuck on anything inside there. So the business manager, for those that are not familiar with it, is where you're managing things like your Facebook pixel, and you're managing, or you've got your ads account connected to it as well too. But there's a heap in there. It can be a bit confusing, but yeah, this guide is quite helpful. For those that have got either lots of time on their hands, or they're spending sort of a bit more time at home, and you want to expand your skills or learn a little bit more, this one's an oldie but a goodie. It's a site there where you can take courses on all sorts of things. It's called lynda.com. It is what's now called LinkedIn Learning. Apparently, it's owned by LinkedIn. Anyone know who owns LinkedIn? That would be Microsoft. So Microsoft bought LinkedIn quite a while back now. So, but inside lynda.com, there are a heap of courses. You can see on the screen here the things like if you want to become a web developer, it's a great place to go for that. But become a digital marketer. So I would imagine a lot of us are here because we're involved in digital marketing. So here's a course here that's 23 hours. So you've got 23 hours to kill. Don't have to do it all at once. Then it's got a course here on digital marketing. Some of the courses are free, and others of them are paid. And in some areas around, I certainly know Australia, I'm not sure about New Zealand, but the local libraries have a membership to the site, and if you're a member of your local library, you can ask them. They will give you a login, and you can log in for free. So I know that the Queensland State Library, for one, they've got a membership here, and if you're a member of the Queensland State Library, then you've got a free login to lynda.com. So just check your local library or state library and see whether they've got a membership that you can use too. So that there is lynda.com. All right. So that's the wind up of apps and tools that I've got for you for this week. Anything there interesting that you think you could use, or that you'll try out this week? Just drop your favourite one into chat there, just to let us know what was interesting for you. Oh, Headlime there, Headlime, Lynda, CopyPro, excellent Headline tool, awesome. So lots for the Headline tool there. So obviously a good source of inspiration. Excellent. All right, free headlines, yeah. So actually that headline one too is good for just little captions on your Facebook posts. So if you've got images, so if you use something like Canva and you want to get a sort of a caption or a headline or whatever on that, it's a great place to start to generate some of those as well too.